What's going on, everybody? Tim here, back with another video. Just enjoying a nice, sunny, but chilly Colorado day. Was out taking my morning walk. Figured I would sit down for a little bit, rest the feet, rest the knees, and talk with y'all. Share a moment with y'all. Because I had an epiphany, ladies and gentlemen. I had a realization. A light bulb went off. Okay, so I'm back listening to kind of motivational, manifestational, kind of next level books in the morning. So I get up in the morning and instead of jumping like right out of bed, I lay in bed for an hour or so, and I've kind of been listening to some older books, some books written in the early 1900s, things like that. I'm going to bring some of those to the channel soon and share them with y'all. But I've really been in like my motivational, like excited about life bag. And a lot of the stuff I've been listening to has just been talking about designing your life, just not accepting the circumstances and the situations around you, but deciding you're going to do something and like doing it, which is pretty much our message here on this channel anyway. But it's been reaffirmed lately. And one area that I know I personally slipped up, I messed up, I slipped up, was on this whole dating thing. I've been talking about dating and it's kind of been from like a negative point of view. It's kind of been from like a negative stance. I don't know if I'm ever going to date again. I don't know where to find somebody. The apps suck, blah, 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 blah. It's been a little negative, ladies and gentlemen. So I have changed my stance on dating over 40. I have decided that there has never been a better time to find true love. Right now, in the midst of the gender wars, in the midst of the loneliness epidemic, in the midst of the most fractured and separated social time in human history, I've decided it's never been a better time to find true love. And I'll tell you why. A, because I've decided if I believe that and I keep telling myself that, then it'll come true. Because I get to design my own life. I get to decide what's true for me. What's true for other people doesn't have to be true for me. I have my own reality. I'm tapped into divine power. If I put the intention out there, it can become true. It will become true. But also, if you think about it, if you do the numbers, ladies and gentlemen, if everybody's lonely, if everybody's sitting at home by themselves, if everybody can't find nobody, well, then there's never been a better time to find somebody, okay? If nobody's got anybody, then there's lots of single women out there that are available that 10 years ago, 20 years ago wouldn't have been available. 20 years ago, we was hooking up. We were meeting up. We were dating. We were marrying. There wasn't a loneliness epidemic. People wasn't lonely. They was chilling. They was cuddling. They was getting it in. Not so today. Not so today in 2025. People are lonely. People are sitting at home by themselves. People are just zombie scrolling all day. As you get up, you go to work alone. You sit at work with coworkers you don't like, damn near alone still. Maybe one or two people down to the job you like, but then you get back in the car, you come back home, you're alone all night. You're watching your Netflix, your shows, which are cool, but the same thing happens all week long. Maybe throughout the whole week, maybe on the weekend when you go down there to the gym, maybe somebody smiles at you and you think, oh, maybe, but then she turns out to be married, he's married, whatever. People alone. More people alone than like ever before. So of course it's the best time to meet somebody. It's the numbers, it's statistics. I'm like, why wasn't I looking at this the whole way? If everybody's out here like, I just really want to meet somebody. I am so lonely. And I'm single and I'm a good guy and I'm, mildly attractive. This is the best time for me. All over the world, there's never been more like lonely single women. This is the best time for me. I'm like, Tim, what are you talking about? What are we talking about, folks? And I know some people are going to be already in the comments, already thinking, yeah, that sounds great, but none of these women are any good. Yeah, that sounds great, but none of these men are any good. I just disagree with that. I disagree with that. I just think we're having a hard time like communicating. I just think we're having a hard time understanding each other. I just think we're having a hard time finding each other. So I'm going to try to be more understanding. That is one thing I want to work on. I want to be more understanding with women. I want to know, like, tell me, ladies, what your gripes are, like, for real. Not from some, like, pilled up angle or men suck angle, but, like, what are your gripes? Like, what are you looking for? Tell me in the comments. If you see me in person, tell me. Send me a DM. I want to know. How are we messing up? Y'all watch me in these videos. How am I messing up? What do I need to do? I'm genuinely want to be understanding, and not from like a simping point of view. I want to know. That's where the one of the big disconnects is. We don't understand each other anymore. Gender roles have changed. Like we're all kind of confused. What do we if we talked about it? What we're all confused about, we could get together. We're having a hard time meeting people. So I've decided when I am not in my Airbnb locking myself away from the world, which I'm going to try to do less than that. Ever since I've had this epiphany, boy, I've been out there. Well, I mean, I'm out doing the things, running errands, exploring in the park, but like I'm making myself. Usually, I just like put my head down and stare straight ahead. Now I'm trying to, like, if I pass women, and not in a creepy way, not in a creepy way, but like I'm making eye contact, I'm smiling. Before it was very much so like I ain't meeting nobody out here. I don't want to engage with nobody. Now it's kind of like, hey, she might want to talk. she might be feeling the kid. So now I'm very much like eye contact, smile. I'm trying to let my true, silly, stupid, though highly intelligent, personality come out. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just put out that this part of putting out that intention. Before I was very closed off. I'm in my own world. I don't think I want to meet anybody. Now I'm just putting the intention out there. You know, hey, if you down to grab a coffee, let's go grab one. If you lonely looking for somebody, let's talk. You know what I mean? I'm putting that intention out there, right? I'm not going forward with the ideal of like, oh, there's no good women, I'm not going to find any. I'm not going forward with the intention of like, oh, it would be impossible. I literally said this the other day. I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm over 40 and never been married, never had any kids. I'm like, it's hard for me to like find somebody who like we mesh with that, you know? Because most women my age, like they've been married before, they have kids, and not saying we couldn't still mesh or whatever, but it's like, I'm sure they kind of want somebody who understands where they're coming from. So do I, blah, blah, blah. I'm throwing all that out, but I was like, how am I going to meet somebody like that? I'm throwing all that out. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like these are the things that we fixate on. But what about this? What about that? I'm not even worried about none of that. I'm not worried about none of that. If I come across a woman and she seems nice and we just start talking, let's just start talking. Let's start a conversation. I'm also trying to get past this ideal of like, oh, like everyone you meet is like, oh, could she be the one? Could we date? Could we be life partner? You know what I mean? Nah, I'm just trying to meet some people, see where it goes, hang out with some good women, get rid of some of this loneliness, and if true love is what's meant to happen, it'll happen. I'm just not, it just hit me. I'm like, bro, I'm done allowing what other people say or what other people are doing or things in the past to dictate my future in all aspects. In all aspects, And I know I was going to do a whole series on this, and like, may not be too many more videos to do on this topic because like now I've just been like, I don't have anything negative really to say. I don't have any more like yeah 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 yeah. you know, what I mean? Maybe some more videos about like how men and women could come together, but like, I just decided like this is the time, bro. This is the time to be alive. If you single now, this is the time, because everybody else single, everybody else struggling. Nobody knows what to do. There was a time people knew what to do. If you didn't, you just were left out. People who are like socially awkward like me, left out. You know what I mean? But now nobody knows what to do. Everybody's awkward. All of us are losing like our people skills. You know, I honestly feel like, hey, I'm just gonna start walking up to women and just whatever, just saying hello. I don't even care no more. Like, what do we have to lose? That's the thing too. We have nothing to lose. So many of us have accepted, hey, I might die alone. Cool. I might die single. Cool. I might have one or two more situationships between now and 80. Cool. You know, we've already accepted. We already know singleness, loneliness is a distinct possibility for the rest of our life. So what do we have to lose? Yeah, the apps suck. It's something to do. Now, I totally understand getting to a place where you're like, I'm just done. I'm not trying no more. I totally understand that. But hey, a few months might go by and you're like, you know what? I'm going to try again. Try it again. But I firmly believe that like a lot of it is energy. And the more we shut ourselves down, the more we put up walls. And I personally am very bad about this. But the more we shut ourselves down, the more we put up walls, the less likely anybody's going to be able to get to us. You know, you brick up your heart, can't nobody get through it. There'll be people out there with a hammer and a chisel and jackhammer trying to get to you, and they can't. So we got to let some of those down. You know, don't make it. I think it's finding that balance between not just totally walling ourselves away from the prospect of ever finding love, and also not being out there just like totally desperate, just trying to jump on everybody we see. I think finding that balance of like, I think is possible. I'm setting forth the intention that I can find it and I will find it eventually if that's what's meant for me. You know, I'm gonna, let the walls down. I'm gonna smile at people. I'm gonna chit chat. I'm gonna pursue some things when I have the energy. See where it goes. But I'm good either way. The middle path is typically the best path. I think we've just gotten too negative. And like I said, I don't like being negative. The negative videos always do better. But I prefer these positive videos where we just understand that, like, you never know what's going to happen in life, bro. You never know what's going to happen. You never know where your next blessing is. It could be right around the corner. It could be 7 minutes away, 7 days away. It might be 7 years. Who knows? But, like, I just think we got to be open to the positive things we want to happen in our life. If you don't want to be lonely, if you don't want to be alone, you got to be open to the fact that, like, this is the best time to meet somebody. The numbers are in our favor. The numbers are in our favor. It's looking good out here. I'll be on the train, I'll be on the bus. I'm like, it's looking good out here. And I want to say before I wrap up, honestly, I can already tell in the few days since I've like let my walls down, opened up a little bit, I've been getting a lot more like reciprocating energy. The ladies have been looking. The ladies have been speaking back. It might have helped that I shaved and got a haircut too, but but I've been seeing the results already. I'm like, okay, some of it was me. I was just out here just putting everybody off. So we're going to keep doing this. We're going to definitely keep y'all updated. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Let me know, please. I know y'all got time. Y'all sitting at home doing nothing. Y'all driving home. Um, Hopefully you're not driving, watch this video and about to comment, but you got time in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. What have you put walls up? Is part of it you? Did you lower your walls and someone took advantage of you? Someone came in and sacked your city. What's 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 going on with you? I'm curious. Yeah, let's have a discussion as always. I love y'all. Talk to y'all later.